Hey everyone, welcome back to the Maze Pod. I'm your host, Maisie Greenman, and I started living my dream life at 20 years old, and now I'm here to share what I've picked up along the way to help you chase your goals and live out your dreams as well. So, just jumping right into segments today, this week I am grateful for Amazon, and this sounds so cliche, but I love being able to think of something that I need and then have it within a couple of days. And this is not sponsored in any way. I just ordered some fancy studio lights. It's actually like 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night while I'm recording this, so it's dark outside. But my lighting is not terrible because I have these nice new lights in here, and I am just so grateful to have them, and they are leveling up my content, and I just love it. I am looking forward to a lot this week, actually. I have a couple of networking events in the morning that I'm going to, and then I'm also going to a real estate conference, and my wedding reception is all in one week. So it's pretty jam packed, but I'm excited because these things are all part of my dream life. These are My vision board is literally coming to life, and I am going to post a video of that on that in a couple of weeks because it's crazy. I've been comparing all of my um, clips and everything I've been doing to my vision board that I created at the beginning of the year, and they're aligning. It's crazy. Okay, but anyways, if I could talk to younger me, I would tell her to find the things that she loves and accomplish them. I know that I've done this for the most part, and I'm glad that I have. But when I was younger, I would compare the things that I loved to the things that other people loved. So I'd tell her to let go of all of that. It's not that deep, and it's okay to have different interests than everyone else. So, as you know, the last couple of weeks we've been talking about growth in the growth mini series. And if you haven't listened to that, make sure you go and listen after this episode. But now we're going to be talking about alignment. And so, yeah, welcome to the alignment mini series. And if you remember from the end of December, beginning of January, I talked a lot about being authentic and true to myself. And that's exactly what alignment is. It's just living in harmony with your true self. And let me tell you, this is a crucial part of building your dream life. So think about it. You can achieve all the external markers of success, all the awards, all the trophies, the money, the status, whatever it is. But if you're not aligned with your values and if you're not living authentically, it's going to feel kind of hollow, and you're just not going to feel very fulfilled. You might even feel like you're living someone else's life. You're just going to be feeling disconnected from yourself. And when you are aligned, that's when things really start to shift. And I've noticed that for myself. You really just feel a deeper sense of purpose, and you wake up excited about your day. And honestly, I feel fulfilled every single day because I know that I'm doing my absolute best and I'm living my dreams. Okay, so now we've done the work to grow. We've pushed past our comfort zones, we've built up our confidence, and we've tackled all of those limiting beliefs. Well, okay, I guess not all of them, but we're working on it, and we've gotten them controlled. They're under control. They're not controlling us anymore. But growth is not a one and done deal, like we talked about before. It's an ongoing process. And the next step is one of the most crucial steps, and that's making sure that your growth translates into a life that's truly aligned with you. So, what we're going to be doing here for the next couple of weeks is identifying your true values and true purpose so you can feel aligned with yourself and you can just truly start living your dream life. So, the first thing we want to do here is identify our core values and purpose. And this is pretty simple. We're going to start by thinking about memories or experiences that have truly fulfilled us, and the memories that made you feel most like yourself. Now, if it helps, I want you to write down about 5 to 10 of these, either experiences or memories that had an impact on you, and look at what they have in common. What made them stand out to you? And I want you to list the top 5 values that come out in these experiences. Maybe they were with certain people who supported you and lifted you up, or maybe they were just at a place where you felt aligned with the culture, or maybe it was just a super positive and memorable experience. So just try and identify like the top 5 things that all of those experiences had in common or that stood out and made an impact for you. And now we're going to take those values, those 5 values, and connect them to our purpose. Now, this isn't as scary as it sounds either. It's basically just about how you use your skills and your passions to make a difference. So, if you didn't already, I would recommend just grabbing a notebook and writing everything down. I honestly feel a lot better when I just like mind dump everything on the paper when I'm doing something like this. But anyways, grab a notebook and then write down or write 3 columns. 1 is what I'm good at, 2 is what I love doing, and 3 is what problems I care about. And fill them out honestly. And then whatever overlaps between those 3 things are your purpose. So, for example, maybe you're really good at organizing and you love helping people and you're passionate about environmental issues. These are all completely different things that could go 3 like completely different ways. You could take different directions with these. But once these are combined, they can create something powerful. So your purpose may be helping environmental organizations streamline their operations. It's practical, it's specific, and most importantly, it's yours. You've created this and now you have your purpose. So now I'll do mine. That one was not mine. But I'm good at organizing, connecting people, and problem solving. And I love to teach and motivate others, build communities, and learn new things. And I really just care about helping others reach their true potential and achieve their goals and create a positive impact. So, my purpose is to empower others to achieve their goals and create fulfilling lives by providing them with the tools, the resources, and community support that they need. And I don't feel like this is my only sole purpose here. I feel like it's one of them, but I feel like I'm here to do more than just that. So if you're in the same position as me, you can do this multiple times until you identify all of your different missions, because that's just one of mine. I have multiple missions. But also, if you just have one, that's great. Roll with it how it is. Okay, next, let's talk about your day to day life because alignment isn't just one feeling, it's about what you do. So take a look at your day from the moment you wake up and either write down or take pictures throughout the day about how you're spending your time. And I mean, you don't have to make this a super big deal, it can be something pretty simple. But make sure that you're documenting where your time is being spent so that you know the habits that you need to change. And be brutally honest with yourself. Are you scrolling through social media for an hour? Are you skipping your workouts or eating fast food on the go? Whatever it is, compare your list to your values. And does your day reflect who you want to be? And does it align with your purpose? If any of those things that I just said are part of your dream life, then by all means, scroll through social media for an hour. You know what I mean? If that's your dream, then do it. But if it's not aligning with your purpose, then we need to figure out where the disconnect is. So start with one small change, and maybe you just swap out that social media time for reading a book that inspires you and gets you motivated. Or maybe you pack a healthy lunch instead of grabbing takeout. Things like that. Small shifts can make a big difference over time. And you really just become the person that you want to be through the actions that you take right now. Your dream life starts with the actions that you take right now. And instead of saying that you want to be this type of person or saying that you will become this type of person at some point, make it attainable. You are this person because of the actions that you are taking right now. So if you're bed rotting all day, every day, and your purpose is to become a life coach or a fitness coach or something like that, well, you're not going to get there by bed rotting today. That's just not going to happen. You'll get there by putting in the work. So next time you get off work and go to lay down on your bed, go to your closet instead and put on some workout clothes and go hit a workout, even if it's just something you do at home. Because a fitness coach, would not just decide to lay down and bed rot every day after they get home from work. A coach is going to get up and fight against that urge to go back to sleep because they have built that discipline and have aligned with their purpose to serve others and become a coach. And they've done that by taking action. They didn't get that by sitting there and waiting for it to happen for them. Now, this is where things are going to get more real. You are only as successful as the top 5 people you spend your time with. So think about who you're actually spending your time with. Do they lift you up or do they drain you? Think about the last few conversations that you had recently. Did you leave feeling energized or exhausted? Pay attention to those feelings and surround yourself only with the people who are giving you energy instead of taking it away from you. And I mean, this is something that I've been realizing lately. I've there's certain people that I've spent my time with recently, and I just leave feeling drained, completely drained. And that's not healthy. I shouldn't feel that way after just hanging out with someone. So I've had to set boundaries. And this goes into my next paragraph that I had here, is that it's okay to set boundaries and it's okay to say no to things if they're not aligning with your values. And if you struggle with this, one tip that I would give you is write down what you would want to say beforehand. So whatever boundary that is, like, I really like hanging out with you. I need to take a step back and focus my time on X, Y, and Z. Something like that. It can be super kind. It doesn't have to be mean, but write it down, practice, and memorize it so you don't get a little flustered up or anything like that when the time comes to set that boundary. Make sure that you remember it. And like I said, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be clear. Clear is kind. And you don't have to say yes to everything all the time, especially if you need time for yourself. So just listen to yourself. And then if you're feeling stuck in a career or a business that just doesn't fit, it's probably time to take a hard look at what you're doing. Think about your ideal workday. What would it look like? What tasks would you be doing? And what kind of environment would you be in? And is that where you're at right now? If the only thing that you're getting out of your job is your paycheck, then it's probably not the right job for you. And you probably should be finding something else that makes you more happy. I know for me, my ideal workday looks like getting up on time, going to the gym, coming home to my little home office or working with my friends and hanging out, making calls, getting my to-do list checked off. I am such a type A person that I love getting all my stuff checked off and uh, getting my tasks completed. But the big thing for me is that I'm in control of my schedule. I'm in control of where my time is going. That is my dream life. It might not be yours, but that's mine. And I really had to take a step back from that, or I had to really sit down with myself when I was working full time because I wasn't in control of my time. Even on my days off, I was still getting called in sometimes. And like, I love doing my job. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't like being controlled by a single schedule when I have so many other things that I want to be doing, if that makes sense. So I really had to sit down with myself and make a decision to go part time and to actually focus on what the things that were going to make me happy and fulfill me more than just being constricted to the schedule that I was on. And like I said, if that's your dream life to have a set schedule that's controlled by someone else, that's fine. It's just not mine. Um, but anyways, like I said, living your dream life starts with making executive decisions that get you excited about life. And don't let your comfort zone hold you back from living a life that's going to fulfill you. And I'm not saying quit your job in the morning. That's not what I'm telling you to do. If you're able to, sure. I mean, it's probably not the right thing to do, but If you're in a situation where you can afford to quit your job and start working on the thing that makes you happy, why wouldn't you? But anyways, if you're not in a position to do that right now, that's fine. Do it gradually. That's what I had to do. I had to build up gradually to be able to free up that time for myself and go part-time. And maybe it's something even simpler than that. Maybe it's just taking a class a couple of times a week, or maybe it's networking with people in a different field, or starting a side project that allows you to use your skills in a more fulfilling way. I'm not sure what it is, but you don't have to feel like you have to take a huge leap to get there. Small steps are still progress. As long as you're taking action, some type of action, that's all that matters. And like we've talked about before, things will change, and that's just how life goes. So make sure that you're building your resilience. Find practices that ground you, like meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature. I know one thing that helps me when I'm getting overwhelmed, or even just if I feel like I need a break for a second, is the 5 4 3 2 1 technique. I think I've talked about it on the podcast before. I know I've posted about it a couple times before, but basically I always mess up which senses go with which number. So if you look it up, it'll tell you the right thing. But it's like 5 things that you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2 things. I can't even remember the senses anymore. But you get what I'm saying. Each number is associated with a sense that you have, and it really just always helps me go back to the present moment. I will link in the show notes an article on it. I feel like I've done this before, so this may not be anything new to you, but that's what works for me, and what works for me might not work for you. So find whatever it is that helps you bounce back when you experience a setback, so that you can keep going and live your true purpose. And like we talked about last week with Julia, also make sure you're having check-ins with yourself. Don't wait until you're completely off course to check in. And so just make it a habit, so that when there are setbacks that you notice, you know what actions you should take. You know where things went wrong. So you can either take a step back, you can take a step forward, fix that mistake. You can do whatever you want, because now you know where things went wrong and you know how to improve. So let's talk about making a real difference right now. What can you change today to start living your dream life? Well, right now I want you to think about, what type of person are you choosing to be in this moment? And how are you treating the people around you? Is this what dream you would treat the people around you like? What kind of energy are you bringing into the room? Or what kind of energy do you want to bring in the room? Whatever it is that you want to be, take a step and make that happen today. So let's talk about making a real difference right now. Think about it. What kind of person are you choosing to be in this moment? And how are you treating the people around you? What kind of energy are you bringing in the room? All of these things, are these things that dream you would bring to the room? Are these things that dream you would bring to the table? If not, make that change. Change your mindset, change your attitude to what dream you would be like, and start living that way, because you got to fake it till you make it, and eventually you'll start living your dream life. Now, it's really just about living with intention and making conscious choices that align with your values. And it also will end up creating a ripple effect, where your actions are going to inspire others to live more authentically. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real. And it's about living a life that actually feels like yours. And you don't want to be the person who's watching yourself go through the motions on the sidelines, feeling like you have no control of your life. I don't think that's where anyone wants to be. You don't want to be watching yourself go through a life that you hate. So make a small step to change it today. I don't know what it looks like for you, but make a tiny step in the right direction. Now, Jack Canfield says that the things that bring you the greatest joy are in alignment with your purpose. Iyanla Vanzant also says, when you are in alignment with the desires of your heart, things have a way of working out. I've talked about this so many times. When you start living authentically, when you start showing up as your true self, when you start going after your goals and achieving your success and just living your dreams, all the opportunities that you wish would come to you do. Everything just comes to you naturally. And lately, especially over the past couple of months, all my opportunities have been flooding me. Everything that I've ever wanted has come knocking on my door. It's right in front of my face now. So just take that step to change whatever it is and become the person that you want to be. Without aligning your true self and your true purpose, you will never live your dreams. Remember, all of our goals and dreams and aspirations are going to look different. So don't worry about the dreams that your family members have, or your friends, or even the dreams that they have for you. Get real with yourself and get excited about life and the things that are going to make you happy. As always, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Maisie.g09 and Maisie Greenman on Facebook. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Maze Pod on YouTube, especially if you want me to keep making the video pod. Remember, I'm going to stop dropping the video pod if I don't see those engagements. So anyways, if you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, or really anything, email me at mazepod@gmail.com. Use the Q&A section on Spotify or comment on YouTube. And if you're feeling extra nice, it would help me out if you left a 5-star review. Remember, success doesn't come without hard work. I hope you all have the most productive week, and you guys are all doing great. I wish you the best. See you next episode.